Y'all, please watch this, especially if God has removed people from your life.
This is what your circle is. It's to teach uncaged faith. This is your circle, all right? Now, your circle is fine as long as they move when you move. I need you to move with me, all right? Because if I say God called me over there, I need my circle to say, we going with you, bro. Hey, if God called you, we with you. Hey, I said God told me to go back, I need my circle to go with me. Because I'm protected as long as my circle knows to move when I move, right? But when my circle stops moving, my circle becomes my cage. And now I'm trying to go places, but the people who used to move with me are now keeping me caged in. And so sometimes you got to realize if I'm going to get to where God has for me, I got to break the cage and leave the circle behind me. What if your circle has become your cage? They don't believe God, so every time you're trying to believe God, they push you back to a place where you didn't believe him. The one thing Jesus did right away is he said, no, I'm putting everybody out. Now I admire a lot of stuff about Jesus, but in this season of my life, I really admire that. I really admire that. I'm going to tell you why. I really admire that because I've lived life where I've had people around me that I realized that they weren't supposed to stay connected to me. Ooh, can I preach this how I feel? People that weren't supposed to remain connected to me, and I was hurting myself by reattaching to old circles because they were long-term friends or because they were family. And I'm telling you one thing right now, one of the most hurtful things you ever gonna have to do is when you have to have that realization, not with them, with yourself, that God, I can't get to where I need to get to if I remain attached to people who don't see you like I see you. And it's tough. It's tough. I'm being transparent with you. It's tough. Jesus knew one rule. If I'm going to do this in faith, I got to put all of them out. I got to put them all out. And for some of us, I'll be transparent about me. Like God had to bring disconnections because I didn't know how to walk away.
Yes.
I'm serious. Like my wife would tell you, I love people. And once I love you, I have a hard time disconnecting. It's just who I am. If I love you, I love you. I don't know how to turn that stuff off. I'm tough, but I'm soft at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense to you. So like, if you're not in my circle, it really don't matter what you say. I'm really cool. They can call me a liar, fake, and I would just be laughing and keep playing basketball and working out and everything. Like life moves on. But once a person comes into my circle, I hold them close. So when I started to realize that maybe they shouldn't be in my circle, I had a hard time disconnecting. I started trying to repurpose them. I try to find new places that they can stay in my life. Or maybe they can be this kind of friend. Whether they can be that kind of friend. If they can't be that kind of friend, or if they're not this kind of family member, whether they can be that kind of family member. And I found it in my life that I was actually injuring myself. And what God had to do is that God had to literally allow stuff to happen so that I would walk away, because he knew that I would not walk away on my own. Oh, I know this is so uncomfortable. He knew I would not walk away on my own, and he knew that staying connected to them was going to be injury to my purpose. And so he had to bring disconnection so that I can get at distance, see them for who they really were. So when I come back, I knew how to love but not reconnect in the same way.
Yes.